Hey YouTubers, this is the end of the second week that I've had this set up in place. Time to see where we're at. This tomato plant is going crazy. Last week it was like right here, and now it's this much taller, and I'm starting to get some blooms on it. And the cilantro is out of control. Look, it's way up here. It was like that tall when I put it in, so I need to start making some guacamole, which is why I put it in there, because fresh cilantro and guacamole is amazing. And this guy right here, now some of you may say that's an ugly strawberry, but in gardening parlance it is called an heirloom strawberry. And flowers are still blooming. Pretty, that's what they do. Those have gotten big, a lot bigger since I put them in. They've only been in there like 1 week and they're really going gangbusters. But while I'm up here, I want to talk about this. These tubes are really narrow, and we had a cottonwood blowing crap over into the yard, and it blew into the shed where my water tank is. So you got to be real careful, because it doesn't take much to clog one of those things up. You get a little debris in there, so every once in a while you got to go and look and make sure everything is growing through the tube the way you think that it's supposed to go. Oh, I honestly don't remember what oh, that's a flower. It's not blooming at the moment. Now this was a concern. This guy right here, they were struggling at first, and I think that was my fault, because the way they came in the pot, the roots were kind of twined together, and I pulled them apart to put them in here, and I think they suffered the first week, but this guy is like really kind of starting to take off a little bit. And what's going on right here? Okay, whatever, well, okay, that guy's dead, so I've lost one. But look at this broccoli. I don't know how big broccoli gets. I've never grown broccoli before. I got a feeling it's going to get huge. And that's a bean. It's gotten a little bigger. That's another bean on the back side. You know, it turns out with this white shed, I don't think it really matters what side the plant is on, because it gets the reflective light and it just goes. Oh look, another heirloom strawberry. Okay, so this guy right here, this is kind of a sad tale. It's not doing, this is like the original plant that I put in, and it's not doing very well. It's trying, but if you look down here, it's recovering, so it's going to go. So the roots are starting to take, it's starting to grow. I feel a little bad about it, but kind of same thing with this guy right here. I had a rough start, but it's going to make it. My fault, because I don't know what I'm doing. Look at this guy right here. That broccoli is gigantic. I mean, it was seriously only like this tall 2 weeks ago, and now it's big. So I don't know if I'm going to be eating broccoli soon. Probably not. It's going to take a while, but it's just getting me kind of excited. And look at all the strawberries going on right here. It's not pretty when they're not red. I had a couple of... Here's... I got to remember to look behind here. Here's a strawberry. So right now that one, like, as soon as I get off camera, that one looks pretty delicious. And here's another broccoli and more blueberries, which is weird. Not much is going on. I've never done anything with a blueberry before, so I have no idea how long it takes for these to mature into something edible. I know all the blackberries around here are just going like crazy. We've had a lot of sun. There's more cilantro back here. That stuff's going crazy. Little bean on top. Marigold. This is like the only strawberry plant not doing anything. It's kind of weird. Actually, that strawberry's not doing anything either. Okay, here on the back side we have a non-heirloom. Look at that beast. I might eat that pretty soon too. There's another one right behind it there. Here's the same thing. I can't remember if this is a squash or a pumpkin, but it was not doing super great at first, and now starting to take off. So I don't know if this is going to flower out. If these start to flower out this high up, I'm going to have to put a platform in to support. I'm pretty sure that's a pumpkin right there. And there's no way I can do a pumpkin 2 feet in the air. And we're back over here. This is the one that gets the most water. And this bean is doing great. And look at this lettuce. Holy crap. It has just gotten so much bigger. I'm going to start eating this very soon. And on top, you got the beans. I'm going to start eating beans pretty soon. That reminds me, back over here, try not to move pan too fast, in these open holes right here, I bought some pea and bean seeds, and then right up here as well. I put those in there, and I'm going to try to grow some plants out of seeds, and maybe I'll get some before the end of the year or not. I don't know, we'll see. It's not expensive, so we'll see if I get some or not, but everything seems to really like being watered 3 times a day with a nutrient solution. And here's the cilantro again. Man, I need to eat something. And here it is. What is it? Oh, that's bean. I didn't put the little thing in here. I think this is it a spinach or I don't remember. But right here, these are grown from seed, and they're just going. Here's a problem with lettuce seeds are like microscopic almost, and if you've had 2 or 9 beers, they're really hard to plant. So look at these guys. I planted these all at the same time. Look how big that is. And that's only 1 week, like maybe 10 days. And they're doing really good. And I'm going to show you what the difference is between hydroponic and just sticking something in the ground in just a jiff. Now here, what happened, it's this blueberry plant I don't think was enjoying the spot it had. So I moved it into this big black tub. And also, I think that's another pumpkin like right there. And I feel really bad because I did not have that planted correctly. It was dying, and I touched it just to see what was going on, and the roots weren't really even in the dirt properly. I mean, it just came right out. I was like, ugh. So I put it in here. I got it buried down. It's like getting the water drip off from this, which is a lot. So I'm hoping it's going to recover. We'll find out. A little drama for the future, right? So let's take a look at my test group. These are the lettuce seeds that I planted the same day as in the hydroponic, and they obviously are not doing as well as the hydroponic lettuce seeds are. It's ridiculous. What is like 9 times bigger over there with the hydroponic? But these peas are doing really good. I've had a couple of peas off of this plant already. There's a pot in there somewhere anyhow. But look at this. This is like the smallest pea plant I've ever seen with a pot on it. So I'm hoping it was like struggling a little bit, and I got the soaker hose on it, so it should be doing better. Hope so. It's starting to make some food, so it just needs to grow up, and I can put it on the fence, and it can climb and be happy. Not much difference with the tomato plant. They're a little taller. Am I panned out? Yeah, okay. And we got a little flower going here, and this one actually is starting to make some cherry tomatoes, so hopefully we'll be getting something pretty soon. The rest of these guys, in all full disclosure, they're not in the best spot for sunlight, but they're doing the best they can. I got some flowers going on right there. Well, there's a pea pod right down. There we go. I'm going to eat on that a little bit later. I like them right off the plant. I don't even need to cook them. When they're fresh like this, I just put them in my mouth. They're delicious. But yeah, that's what's going on over here. And let's take a look at the squash I got. So these guys are doing really well. That guy right over there is really, I think he's in the primo spot. He's getting probably the most sun out of all of these. But they're really starting to grow. I've got a feeling in a couple weeks this is going to be out of control. But for fun, what I did is, you see that little stick right there? Here's another little stick, and another little stick. I put 2 bean seeds, and there's another one right there, in each one of these open spots where the sticks are. So I'm going to see if I can't grow some beans right here, right in the middle of all this squash and cucumber. My lettuce plants are really taking off. There's way too many seeds in each one of these. That one's not too bad. Than it really needs. The seeds are so tiny, they just were hard to plant just one or two in there. So I just let it go. But anyhow, I'm going to take them out and I'm going to move them over to the raised bed garden because the seeds I planted over there aren't coming out at all. I'm going to have some salad tonight. Look at those guys. And check this out. Freaking bird pooped on my bean plant. So I gotta wash everything. I just grabbed a pile of them out of the dirt, but it's going to be hard to pull these apart. The roots are all intertwined. I'll see if I can get them planted without killing them. So I transplanted these lettuce seedlings into this raised bed garden. And right here are the seeds that I planted the same day, actually within like minutes apart, of these over in the hydroponic. And you can see how much bigger they are. That's one plant on the right and about 6 plants on the left, growing the same amount of time. And then I also added some, oops, I gotta get on the other side of the fence. So everywhere you see a seed, a stick, that's where I put a pea seed. They grow really good on this fence line. They grew pretty good here a year or two ago. Look how small this little pea plant is, and it's got a pod on it. I don't think I've ever seen a pea plant that small with a bearing fruit, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, I've had a few pods off of these already. They're doing pretty good. Not very many of them. That's why I put more seeds in.